Alright. What is up, YouTube? Will here, back again with another account review, this time for Dio. Dio is trying to push to Magma Armor, and honestly, we recommend pushing straight to Divine. It's just better. And has asked for account review, so we're happy to get into it. Also, I know what elite costs to take for the last two characters. Do you have two Elemental Sorcerers and two DKs? That's the first start to it. So I see you have a shitload of Vials ready to go. So I would recommend doing that, but based off of this overview, you have a free star sign, you have a free star sign, you have a free star sign. You're like full of craftables, and a lot of your worships maxed as well. You're not there yet. I saw earlier, but you're not there yet on your trolls. So post box as usual, all accounts go. Ooh, lad. Okay. First and foremost, start work on your PO boxes. You are missing so much free shit from here. It's not funny. You're missing out on drop rate. You're missing out on crystal mob spawn chance, straight up damage, print sample size, like etc, etc, etc. Especially if you're doing trapping and shit, everybody should have a max trapping crate for the trapping efficiency, critters trapped, and the trapping XP. It is a fucking requirement here. So definitely start to work on your PO boxes. Equipment-wise, how we looking? No splicer, no splicer. No splicer, no splicer, no splicer. No splicer, no splicer, no skulls. Let's get this out of here so I can consolidate the view. So you've got, I can see you're focusing on like a couple of characters in particular in terms of gear, but I want you to strive for void tools on everyone at minimum. Void tools on everybody at minimum. Buy your splicers and skulls. Buy your splicers and skulls. Because some of your characters are horribly under-equipped, Dio. Let's keep looking here. Honestly, it's also standable to reason to upgrade your traps as well. Looks like you got primarily nature traps, which is fine. Your gear is just everywhere. Also, I just want to point out, you have your archer doing divinity, but he has your XP from monsters and mob respawn necklace. And you have, like, I would rather you stick your monster XP on your DB rather than your damage multi and mob spawn here. Because if your goal is to just, like, level him the fuck up, or any of your guys up, you're better off sticking that rather than the one guy doing divinity right now, or the two folks doing divinity right now. Have them actually have the relevant equipment for what they're doing. It's much more beneficial. And since a lot of guys don't have capes, strip the 8% total damage cape and put on anybody else doing active stuff right now. It is way more beneficial than the guy sitting doing divinity. For sure. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, in terms of gear, you said you're working on Magma, which is great, so start to push everybody else on Magma, because your gear is just Technicolor hell. So just keep working on that. Alright, let's break into the meat and potatoes. First things first. Onyx, your statues. A lot of free bonuses you're missing out of. Next, straight off the money. POP Obols. POP Obols. You need to get some POP Obols. Like, they're going to benefit you way more than a random +4 strength, random +4 luck, some chopping, and yeah, 90% of this is not going to help you. Swap it out for POP Obols. POP Obols are going to be way better. Obviously, keep the premium stuff and your bossing Obols that you have, but everything else needs to be POP. Alright. You've done... Yeah, so this is always going to be a linkage here. Where are you at in your death note? Yeah, exactly. Okay. I want you to Zow Chow and Wow your DB. And in conjunction with that, I want you to push Eclipse Skulls. Eclipse Skulls. Worlds 1 through 3. And I want you to do it with your DB. Because I want you to get the benefit of your wowing it. Shut up, Chris. Yeah, I definitely think you could achieve that fairly easily, especially if you have a lot of time candy in storage. It's not another realm of possibility. Where are you at in your grimoire? Babby grimoire. Okay, Babby grimoire. Don't neglect your grimoire, especially when you get to ones where it's like higher tome bonuses, and if you're going to be pushing into doing World 6 stuff, you definitely want to keep up with your grimoire to the point where you can grab superior crop research. These bonuses definitely pan out. Constellations wise. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh, no. Okay. Alright. Work on your constellations, my man. Under like 50 days, breeding overnight. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I was planning on watching a video for this. Yeah, I mean, if you really want to get into specifics, you can literally check the wiki as well. The wiki will show you exactly where stuff is. In conjunction using toolbox as well. But constellations are super important for the bonuses they offer, so work on it. Vault-wise... Yeah, it's more or less where I expected, because you're kind of spread all over the place. I definitely would recommend prioritizing your vault for your cash right now between that and stamps, so work on finishing up your vault. And just keep in mind that Wicked Smart is a ridiculous cost sink. Don't worry about it. So is Cooking Knowledge, so is Tome, and so is Kitchen Dreammare. Those four are just massive money sinks. Focus on just about everything else before you bother even touching with those. Because as you can see, the ridiculous amount of money that is required to max these things are just so out of the realm of possibility, it's not funny. Anvil-wise, looks like you got a lot of claiming. A lot of claiming on your anvil. Make sure you're buying up all your points with cash and you're buying up to your worlds 1, 2, and 3 resource costs on your anvil. Don't neglect them. Forge-wise, you're doing some smelting. You've got your upgrades. Good. Bribes-wise, stuck at world 6. That's fine. Stamps. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna give you an honest goal, and I have to be brutally honest with you. This is what you should have around this point in time if you're in the game. And I want to see 10k stamps. If you're gonna be in World 6, 10k stamps. For sure. 10k stamps for sure. I also see you're missing quite a few stamps. I don't know why they're not showing up here. It's just not populated them all, which is weird. If I go to the old stamp page, it'll... Yeah, you're missing quite a few stamps. Owls-wise, you're at 6. I'd say bump that up to 7, 8, 9. Bubbles-wise, you're getting, like, mega carried from No Meal Left Behind, or No Bubble Left Behind. The kicker with No Bubble Left Behind and Alchemy in general is if you really want to get the most bang for your buck in terms of juicing your Alchemy, your primary focus early on is going to be Larry, Undeveloped Cost. Undeveloped Cost for reducing your Alchemy Bubble materials cost, and Larry for getting your buy one, get one free, so getting a double upgrade instead of a single. Focusing these two down will help push your Alchemy out. The goal I want to see for you is strive for 70% efficiency in your alchemy. Or alchemy. I think that's a fairly reasonable rate. Cauldrons wise, actually, let me double check. Do you have all your bubbles? You don't. Okay. So just keep pushing your cauldrons out, get all your bubbles unlocked, and then you can pivot them onto working on liquids or sigils, but I wouldn't recommend sigils until you have Willow Sippy up fully all the way. Another thing I can see here is you're missing a lot of vials. I think it is super achievable if you just keep pushing them out and unlocking them. And in cases where you're like, well, I'm stuck on money or I don't have materials, if you're stuck on money, put some more materials into Dire to drink. If you're stuck on materials and you're struggling to push your stamps out, level up Blue Flave. And I see that you're pushing through crawlers right now. Once you get through crawlers and you get to Tremor Worms, you'll be able to unlock Venison Malt, which will work in conjunction with Blue Flave. And you can push this out for material cost. So they work very, very well together. So definitely keep working on your Vials and keep pushing them out. Unlock and push your Vials. Sigils wise, you're not touching them. Good. Do not touch sigils. Kangaroo. You're practically just getting started. Functionally speaking, you're just getting started. So, not too terrible, but just kind of keep working on it. This list of things to do is going to be long. Absolutely, it's going to be long. Prince. A lot of, well, you have 3 sub 90 prints, which isn't ideal, and you're just printing wrong, just straight wrong. So, Dio, do you know the method of madness on how prints should be laid out in terms of who does what for prints? I did hear? Okay, so yeah, I would definitely rework all your prints. And just, even if you've got, like, dog shit prints on them, stick your 2 characters who do have printing slots on printing something. You are theoretically throwing away an infinite and non-infinite amount of resources by not having anything in your print slots. It's better to have them doing something than nothing. Refineries-wise... You're 4... Okay, you're 0%ing. Dio, are you aware of the ratio sheet? And are you working on that currently, or no? I don't have the prayers. That's fine. Alright, so if we take a trip over to our Discord, I just set this up today, which is nice. So if you go take a look at our Discord here, we've got a section up. That's the World 3 Salts chart. These charts are the ratio sheets for what you need to have things be at in order to achieve infinite salts, more or less. Functionally speaking, all this does is makes it so that whenever a print salt cycle goes, you won't be in a deficit, so you don't have to wait for another print cycle to push to the next level. So these are sitting in our Discord if you'd like to take a look at them. Following these guides, or if you're in Griffey's Discord, they're there too. There's also copies of them on Reddit as well. Like, they're all over the place. So these will help sort you out in terms of following what levels need to be what in order to keep a constant flow of salts going. Yep, that's fine. Atom Collider, you've done a couple of them. It's okay. Equinox. Nothing too terrible. Eventually, when you get to Laboratory Fuse on Equinox, do not put points into this. It's a noob trap. Don't bother with it. Buildings-wise, you've done Automation Arm. Great. You've done Chest. You need to round out your Cost Cruncher. You're nearly done with Death Note. Very happy to see. You've got Solos and Trapper Joan, which is great. But yeah, Cost Cruncher is the priority here. Cost Cruncher is the priority. In terms of tower defense statues, early on, Boulder Roller is very good. Eventually, you're going to be pivoting to Party Starter, Poisonic Elder, and Kraken Cosplayer as your main front line for your tower defense. So just keep that in mind when you're going to be focusing on your buildings. Death Note I already mentioned here, but yeah, I want you to Eclipse Skull Worlds 1, 2, and 3. You should have Eclipse Skulls. If not, we'll have to take a look at Rift. Worship-wise, make sure you are spending it, and I'm Not saying do not spend it with a siphon. Go to each individual character and spend their worship. And this is the whole reason why you want skulls, where it's like even a slightly better increased skull is going to give you much better charge rate compared to having none. Okay. So far, so good. What I would recommend, first and foremost, is getting Skilled Dimwit up as soon as you can. It is one of the best prayers in the game by far. It is disgustingly broken, so keep putting points into Skilled Dimwit, you know, getting your, spending all of those souls you're going to get from all your extra worship. It is really, really good. Traps-wise, I mean, the setup's fine. It's not terrible. Salt licks-wise, grab this as soon as possible. For sure, for sure. Grab this as soon as possible. That was the reason I was going to do tower defense. No, that checks out. Fair enough. Salt lick cooking. Keep working on your cooking speed. I would say pivot over to egg for a bit. Looks like you could afford to put some more levels into that. Just keep an eye on your cooking. Keep pushing stuff out. Breeding-wise, most likely fairly neglected. Yeah, fairly neglected. That's fine. The reason you want to keep working on breeding is breeding's shiny pets are really, really fucking good. Like, really, really fucking good. They offer faster refinery cycles, damage, bonuses from your meals, so you're able to even juice your meal speeds more. And here's a real kicker. They have infinite star signs. Actually, I would say infinite star signs. Yeah, exactly. And this is why I was saying push your constellations out, because infinite star signs will make it so that you don't have, since you can only have up to 3, I think at your given point in time, I think you can only do 2 right now. But since you can only do 2, what infinite star signs are going to be able to do is grant you the bonuses as if you had them active, based off of how many star signs you have that are infinite. And it literally adds infinity symbol to it. You get enough of this, eventually you can infinite the entire fucking constellation tree, outside the ones that are unachievable. So do not neglect breeding. Lab-wise, shut this off. Shut Viaduct of the Gods off right now. This is your priority 1 alert message. Shut Viaduct of the Gods off. It is an absolutely terrible node to connect to. You are neutering yourself significantly. Shut it off. That 30% slower is crippling. You are not anywhere near ready in an account-wise to have to worry about this. Rift. Oh, dude, you don't even have Eclipse skulls. Oh, fuck. Alright, so this is your number 1 focus. This is your number 1 focus. Work on your Rift. Working on your Rift, because you're missing out on Eclipse skulls. Now, Eclipse skulls are disgustingly broken for one particular reason. For every one you have, you gain 5% multiplicative damage. So think about the math here. If you Eclipse Skull Worlds 1, 2, and 3, how much extra damage that is. And especially since you don't have Skilling Mastery at all, that's crazy. Skill Mastery is disgustingly broken. Is it still bugged? Good, it is. And this is why. So Skilling Mastery takes all the total levels of the relevant skills from all the characters across your account and is fantastic specifically for shit like this. So if you have a high enough total level of chopping, fishing, catching, trapping, worship, it will make it so the cards relevant to that skill become fully passive, which means you can then swap in better cards. So if instead of, stabbing it full of, mining away rates and mining speed and all that, you can put legitimate total skilling efficiency gain, better AFK chance, so on and so forth. But because you don't have that, you're missing out on so much free gains that I guarantee you will juice your prints like crazy. For sure. I'm more curious than anything. This is fine. Sailing wise. I know what I have to do. Use those PO pens, but if not, I have this. But I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Well, tough shit. You got to do it, Ark. Got to do it. Sailing wise, the most important artifacts in sailing is the Frost Relic and the Fury Relic. In terms of like just pure raw output, the Fury Relic increasing your max talent level from the book generations at the library, and Frost Relic are giving you a 30% efficiency for all the 1, 2, and 3 skills, which is just disgustingly good, especially if you can double, triple, and then quadruple down on them. So I'd recommend hard focusing Fury Relic and Frost Relic up as soon as you can. Yes, there are some fantastic ones down the line as well, but you really, really, really want to hard focus early. Frost Relic, Fury Relic. They're just too disgustingly good to not to. Divinity-wise, you are missing 4 gods. I'll make a note here as well. I know you've got a guy in Divinity. I want you to work on unlocking the rest of your gods. So, unlock the rest of your gods. It is very critical you do so. The blessings are worth it. Absolutely, absolutely worth it. Gaming, you're at like early green bits. Yeah. All-wise, you're at 7. That's okay. Slab, just curiosity before anything else. Okay. Gotta check if everybody has the nothing trophy or not. It's just mandatory. So, it looks like you just started farming. Like, just started farming. Yep, and you okay. So, piece of advice here with farming: the early things you want to focus on in farming is getting additional crops, +1 crop chance, and growth speed. The farming XP gain from all sources is great as well. It's fantastically good. Don't worry about the product doubler. It takes a while before it kicks off. What I'd like you to do is when you do your next round of crops, claim them, reset, and start working on going back to the basics to push out your pineapples and your limes so that you're able to get another field, easy peasy, and you're able to get more growth speed. I never get the crop that upgrades for more crop slots. So the best way is to take a look here at the crops, and you're like, oh, well, shit, I'm not getting the chance for this here in terms of multi. Go invest some more points into your DB's skill that increases crop evolution chance. It will make it a lot easier for you. It absolutely will make it a lot easier for you. Sneaking wise, you're 4 or 5, pushing stuff out. That's okay. Not too terrible. Jade Emporium gains, where you at? Miss 3, okay. Summoning wise, probably not that far along. Yeah, not that far. Beanstalking, perfectly fine. And last but not least, cards. Yeah, we're not going to even bother in this review touching up on cards because, dude, I have a massive, massive list of things to work on for you, okay? First and foremost, max out all your P.O. boxes. Everything extra going forward will go into the Myriad crate. Get Void Tools on everybody. It's just good to have Void Tools at minimum on everybody. They're great stat sticks. Buy your Splicers and Skulls for everyone. You're missing out on free worship from your skulls because obviously you saw that you're capped to 50 and there's just no progression past that. And Splicers for the fact that they are great stats this early on and they're going to help juice your breeding. After that, I'd say Onyx your statues, not the hugest priority in this list, but is important down the line. Getting POP Obols, fantastic idea. You should farm out POP Obols on everybody. They are disgustingly good and they will juice your account. So get that all up on everybody, stick some extra in the family, get it done. And these next two work in conjunction. I want you to Zow, Chow, and Wow your DB. And this is going to be great because if you're going to be doing your Eclipse Skulls for World 3, once you have Eclipse Skulls, you'll be able to do it with your DB, which is going to give you the benefits of wowing while Eclipse sculling. I want you to then work on your constellations. Constellations. There were a few there that were just straight up freebies to grab. Others where you needed to just, spend a couple of hours AFKing or what have you. But yeah, it's super achievable, and I would wholeheartedly recommend Constellations. There's some great bonuses in there. I want you to then work on finishing up your Vault. Vault has so many nasty bonuses that allow players to jump straight ahead in World 6 nowadays. It's not even funny, but it is very critical that you do so for the bonuses it does offer. It is a great mechanic with a shitload of additional benefit. After that, I'd say push your stamps out to about 10k and focus on getting 70% efficiency on all your alchemy bubbles for the first 3 pages. Fairly viable, obviously a long-term project, but I just want to keep working on it. Then I'd say unlock and push your vials. So just keep using your daily chances for your vials. Keep trying to unlock things going forward. That'll be fantastic. And trying to get as many high-level ones as you can, especially if you're hurting on stuff like money. You can be boosting your dire to drink. And when you get Venice and Malt unlocked eventually from doing the Tremor Worm vial, you're going to be off to the races in terms of your stamps. You're going to get your stamp cost down ridiculously cheap and will help really juice said stamp level. I also say work on your Rift. This is probably your number 1 priority here because you're missing out on skill mastery, which is disgustingly good, and you are missing out on Eclipse Skulls, which is even more disgustingly good for its 5% multiplicative damage per. It is a borderline requirement that you have this as soon as possible. And last but not least, I want you to focus in Divinity on unlocking the rest of your gods, getting the rest of the Pantheon up and running, and then spending some money and atoms and the like here and there to push into level 100 on all your gods. Badger and Croc are going to just take a while. That's fine. They're not the hugest priorities between the gods, but yeah. Any other kind of questions or comments from me you got, Demo? Not Demo, Dio. Not you right now. I got it. Thanks very much. Yep, not a problem. Well, that'll be it for this account review, folks. If you'd like, you can check us out Tuesdays and Thursdays where we stream on Twitch and on YouTube. We'll give an Eidolon account review to anybody who asks for one. If you'd like an account review but you can't make it a stream, check out our Discord. Link is in the description below. We've got a channel set up where you can request a review, and we're happy to get to you as soon as possible. We will see you folks in the next video. Have a great day.